welcome to week 3 of the reading vlogs of the Vampire Diaries Readathon. My hair is a complete mess, so please ignore that. It is Sunday. I didn't film anything yesterday, but I am still reading Powerless. I think I'm about 340 pages into it, and honestly, with this reread, I'm reading it and I don't remember any of it, which I'm surprised at, because usually when I reread it comes back quite quickly. It has, however, been 3 years since I read it for the first time, so I'm not surprised, but yeah, I am liking it. I think, like I said at the end of last week, it is giving 4-star now, and I gave it 5 stars first time I read it, but I am liking it, and it does kind of feel like a new book, just where I don't really remember anything. But yeah, it is Sunday. I haven't read much today, but this morning I did the Race for Life with my mum. We did the 5k, so that has basically taken up my day. We just went for like a wander around the shops after, but now I'm home for the day, so I know it's early in the afternoon, but I think I might just get my pajamas on, snuggle up on the sofa and try and read. I definitely don't think I'm going to finish Powerless today, but I would like to maybe get to 400 pages and then I should be able to finish it tomorrow. But yeah, welcome to week 3. It is Monday. I am still reading Powerless. I am almost finished now though. I'm on page 397, so I have this much left, but I'm hoping to be able to finish this today, because I was hoping for today to be an at-home day, and suddenly now I have a lot of plans. So at 12:30 I have a Zoom call which is being hosted by HarperCollins. They were offering people to sign up to this, and they're going to be talking through their TikTok shop, like all of their samples, how to request them, what the best content is to make for them. And I just thought it was really interesting because I have requested a few books through them. Some of them I've been successful for, others I haven't, so I just thought it'd be really interesting to kind of find out what they are looking for on this Zoom call. And then as soon as that finishes, my friend Shannon is picking me up because she needs me to go somewhere with her this afternoon, but she is working from home, so I'm gonna have to sit there for like 2 hours or so while she works before we can go, because Jamie has our car, so I couldn't just drive over later. So I'm going to take Powerless with me, and hopefully in that time I should be able to finish it, because I can just sit in her reading chair in her room and just binge it. So that's the plan. Oh yeah, and then this evening I have to go out with my mum because she found some wedding decor on Facebook Marketplace that we liked, so I'm going to go with her to pick that up. So what has turned from being an at-home day is now a very busy going out and doing lots of things kind of day, but it's fine. So I have about 2 hours now until that Zoom call. So I'm trying to be productive. I've done some washing, and I have this, it's a bit silly, but I went to a cowboy romance event like last month, and one of the activities, they had these word searches, and I didn't finish it, and I took it with me because I wanted to finish it. I'm still going. This is the hardest word search I've ever done in my life. So today I thought, even if I can cross off 2 more words, I'll be happy, because I've been at this for over a month and I just can't find all the words. So that's one of my goals for today. And then I also would like to maybe do some writing. I have been really lacking. I haven't written anything for months and I miss it. I'm feeling a bit inspired, so I just want to kind of work on one of my projects, even if it's just reading through it, even if it's making a plan of where the stories are going to go next. Like, I just want to make some kind of progress towards one of my writing projects, because writing a book has always been my biggest goal. Like, even if I don't get published, even if I don't self-publish, like, I just want to finish writing a book, even if it's just for myself. And I don't think I've written a word towards any of my projects since like September last year, because I've just felt so demotivated and like I am a bad writer. Even though I've read some of my stuff to people and they have enjoyed it, it's just in me, I feel that I'm bad at it, so I've just not been wanting to do it. But I've suddenly just got the inspiration back after like 6 months, so I might also take my iPad with me when I go around my friends later, so that if I want to like continue to like write notes and things, I can do that. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day, but hopefully I can finish Powerless. Just managed to finish reading Powerless, which was good because I was expecting to do that this afternoon. So the rating I've given it is 4 stars, so it has dropped down from the first time that I read it. Like I said at the end of last week's reading vlog, because I didn't really remember too much about what happened, it did feel like reading an entirely new book again. And yeah, I did like it. I just didn't get like the feeling that I did when I read it for the first time, when I was just completely obsessed with it. But I have now ticked off another prompt that was to reread a book. So now I'm moving on to the next book in the series, which is Powerful, and I'm reading this for the prompt to continue a series. This is a short one. It has 245 pages, I think, and I had a flick through and the text is really big. So I think I should be able to finish this within the next day, and hopefully now I can get on a roll with my reading. Yeah, I have about 30 minutes until I have that Zoom call that I need to join, so I might start reading this now. Before I get too busy and forget, I have started Powerful. So this is set on the same sort of timeline as Powerless. I'm going to get so confused because all the titles are similar, but this one is following Adina, who is Payden's best friend, and I think this is just like a little novella about her life during the start of the trials whilst Payden is at the castle. I obviously don't want to talk too much about what I think might happen in this because I don't want to spoil anything for Powerless if anyone hasn't read it, but I don't know why, but like I'm already hooked on this one, and I'm 40 pages in and like I'm enjoying this more than Powerless. But I don't know if it's just because that was a reread and this isn't, but I am really enjoying this one so far. It is Tuesday and yesterday I did manage to finish Powerful. I can't remember the last time I read a book in a day, although this was quite a short one. I gave this 5 stars. I really loved it. I don't want to go really into what happens in this because it follows a character that something happens to in the first book, but it just made it even more heartbreaking reading this because you know what happens to them, and I already really liked this character in book 1, so it just made it like hard to read because I just loved them. I loved it despite it like breaking my heart. So then I have moved on to Reckless, book 3. So I'm reading this for the prompt to read a book with magic, and this was the prompt to continue a series. This is 396 pages, I think. I am on page 30, which is the start of chapter 3, and I'm really liking this one as well so far. I don't know if I just kind of wasn't loving Powerless as much because it was a reread for me, but yeah, like this one turned into 5 stars and I'm like hooked on this one already. So I'm just really excited that this series is looking like it's going to be a new favorite for me, because I was a bit nervous when I was reading Powerless that I would have bought the entire series and then, you know, ended up not enjoying it, and it would have been and I told you so that I shouldn't buy a whole series. I feel like I'm going to be able to binge this. I have a day at home today with no plans, so I am planning on catching up on some booktube videos because I haven't been able to just kind of sit and watch any YouTube for a while and make a big dent into Reckless. And happy Wednesday. I am going to try and do this really quickly because I'm not feeling 100%. I worked this morning and last night I just came on with like a really sore throat out of nowhere, and it's not got any better today, so I don't want to be talking too much, but because I've not been feeling great, I have managed to finish reading Reckless. I have given this 5 stars. I was obsessed. Again, I don't want to spoil anything because it's book 3 in a series, but Payden and Kai are basically just on an adventure for this whole book, and pretty much the entire book is just them, but we also have some POVs from Kai's brother Kit, which were also interesting. But I am just absolutely devouring this series. I want to say this could be my favourite so far, but I did really love the last one I read. What was that one called? I always say it, the names are so similar. Let's look at the shelf. Powerful. I did really like that novella. Also, I'm gonna change the prompt. So I was reading this for a book with magic, but whilst I was reading it, this fits perfectly for the prompt to read a book with a journey, because our characters are on a journey through basically the entire book. They're traveling and it just fits perfect. So I'm going to knock off another trope with that, and then as I continue the series and today move on to Fearless book 4, I'm going to use this for the prompt to read a book with magic. So this one is over 500 pages, and I don't know how much of it I will read today, but I do just want to dive straight into it. And the way that Reckless ended, like, I was not expecting, and it's just made me so much more excited to see how it's all going to come together in Fearless. So yeah, I'm gonna be starting this one today, but it might take me a couple of days to get through it because it is a longer one again. It is Friday. I think I last filmed on Wednesday. I'm still not feeling great, but I have forced myself to get ready today because I need to go out and do a food shop this evening. So I thought if I just like sit around in comfy clothes all day, I'm not going to want to go out later. So I've got myself ready. I am still reading Fearless. I am making slow progress. I'm up to chapter 22, which is page 162, and I'm really liking it. I'm not bored of reading the books back to back. I'm not someone that typically does read like a series all in one go, but at the same time I'm also kind of ready to be done and move on. There is still another book to read after this one, but it is like another novella. I have listened to a bit of the audio of this one, which I'm really enjoying, but I would say that this has the potential to be another 5-star, maybe a 4-star, just because there are trials again in this book, and the first book was full of trials, but now Payden, our female main character, I don't think this is too spoilery, but she is going through another set of trials, and they're different trials to what were in the first book, but I'm hoping it's not going to seem too repetitive. At the point I'm at, she has gone through the first trial, and there are a lot of balls and things. Like, it is interesting, but I'm just hoping that this isn't going to be too repetitive, because again, this is another long book. I think this is over 500 pages. I'm still really enjoying the series. I have work tomorrow and then I have the next week off, so I'm just kind of looking forward to tomorrow and being done with work so I can enjoy a week off. So I kind of want to finish this series, like finish this within the next day or so, and then maybe try and finish the novella on Sunday, and then I can start my week off with a fresh series, although I don't think there were any other like series on this TBR. But yeah, I want to try and finish this series this week, although like it's Friday and I have quite a bit of this to go, so we'll see whether that actually ends up happening. My Fairy Loot parcel has finally arrived. So this month's book is Verity Guild by Mai Corland. This is a really pretty edition. I'm sorry it doesn't really show because the sun is coming in from behind me, but I am a little bit annoyed because it was due last week. There's been a lot of hassle with the shipping for it to finally arrive. I was going to skip this book. I thought this was July's pick. I didn't realise it was this month, because I don't like books that are like ancient Rome, ancient Greece, and this is an ancient Rome book. So I was planning on skipping July's because I thought it was July. So after all of the wait to get this book in my hands, it's one that I didn't particularly want. So I know, I feel bad it's explaining how my week has been going, but at least it finally arrived and didn't get lost in the mail. Also, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here because it is obviously Friday and I've been vlogging Friday to Friday, and I will not be doing anything exciting this evening. I will definitely not be finishing my current read this evening, so I'm just going to end the video here before we head into the final week of the Vampire Diaries Readathon. Thank you if you have still stuck around for week 3, and yeah, hopefully we finish off the readathon next week with some fantastic reads.